Dialogue 5. Doorbell rings. It's the third person, singular, the doorbell. So, in the present simple, a full verb takes S after it. Carl, will you get the door, please? Will is used for requests. In this case, this is one of the most clear examples. So whenever you're requiring something, you're asking for something, will you get the door, please? Instead of get, we can also say, will you open the door, please? If it was in the present continuous, are you getting the door or are you opening the door? It means like, have you already moved from your place? Are you in the process of opening the door? So it's a different context. While this is when you haven't moved yet. So will you get the door? It's I'm asking you to open the door or get the door. I'm busy with this thing here. Apostrophe M, M, A-M, with this thing here. Don't worry, I'll get it. Now it is used will because the decision is taken at the moment of speaking, there is no planning, so it's not the present continuous. Sometimes you would hear it, don't worry, I'm getting it, but the most common use would be will in cases like this because there is no planning, the decision is taken right now. Opens the door, so the person opens the door. Again, it's the third person singular, so the full verb takes an S. Hello, is Sandra there? So the person who is saying, is Sandra there, who is asking, is outside the house. That's why he or she doesn't say, is Sandra here? Because if they used here, they would be inside the house. So once they haven't got in, they would always say there. It's something which comes naturally for native speakers, while here means they are inside the building. No, she's not in, I'm afraid. Be careful. We can never say in home. In home does not exist. When we say in is a substitute for home. So home disappears from the sentence. So in this case, she's not in means she's not at home. We always say at home, but never in home. I'm afraid. This I'm afraid is the same thing as sorry, but she's not in. So that's sorry that we would use at the beginning of the sentence. The only difference here is saying I'm afraid in the end, or even at the beginning of the sentence, is more polite, sounds more polite. She went to the shops in British English, or she went to the store in American English, and won't be long really. Whenever you see US means there is a difference between what the British say and what the Americans say. So a British would say she went to the shops. An American would say she went to the store and won't be long really. Normally the British use it in plural, to the shops. If it is to the shop without an S, it means to that shop that we always go, so you know what kind of shop I'm talking about. Well, this is in general. And won't be long. A lot of students, so won't first of all is the short form of will not. A lot of students say won't be late. Won't be late is a different context. Whenever you say won't be long, that means from the moment she left to the moment she will be here, it won't be such a long time. Whenever you say won't be late, it means she will not come late at night, like 11 p.m. or 12 p.m. It's a completely different context. So in this case, try and use long instead of late. Really in this case is just to emphasize. Are you sure? Yes, she'll be here in a moment. Again, here is used will because it expresses personal certainty. I'm pretty sure that she will be here in a moment. Instead of in a moment, we can say in a minute, in a second, but in a minute is the most common one. In a second, you don't normally hear it that often. Do not use for, it is wrong. In means after a minute, after some time. Not for, but in. Be very careful.